I'm doing good. I'm playing with green screen this morning.
Yeah, look at that. See, it's
Okay.
doing it better.
Oh,
It does it. It does it better. This
like,
is why you test stuff. So Brent is actually testing it. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's good. You made an alligator. Then if you put a couple fingers behind it, you can make a rabbit. And
driving me nuts.
yeah, it's we've had some people make some comments about the Craig about the color showing up.
Some people, Craig.
And
good morning, Craig.
Hey, Craig. And I got to get into Slack. I still have to make this part of my workflow. I got to change the page to this week.
Come on, get on it, Mike.
Jeez. I had a little bit of fun. I had a little bit of fun with the LLMs last night, and I prompted. I won't get into the specific questions, but I prompted 4 questions in one LLM. And then I challenged some people to take those same 4 questions and put it into the LLM of their choosing. And then I went and tested in another LLM, and actually I got similar results. So I think the piece that I, just as I'm kicking off the morning and getting myself warmed up and super excited and ready to go and don't wear a jacket and all that other kind of stuff is, you want better answers, ask better questions. And if you're struggling with asking questions, come say hello to me, say hello to Brent, like talk to people who interview people who need to get information out of the heads of other people in order to do their jobs, not the ones who bitch about the fact that they have to get stuff out of other people in order to do their jobs. The professionals who know they're not the experts in the craft. They're the experts in their specific capability. So take the questions, ask questions, and prompt a couple of different LLMs with some of those questions, and you'd be shocked and kind of surprised about how you get better information when you start asking better questions. One more thing before we jump into the whole thing, because I'm kind of fired up this morning. I am excited that a former first round draft pick of the New York Jets is going to be playing in the Super Bowl in a couple of weeks. And it reinforces to me that the Jets, from a capability perspective, do not know how to develop quarterbacks and should not draft quarterbacks. And and the way that applies to business is if you have a demonstrated history of not being able to do X, stop trying to do X with the same people and the same process and the same system. So people, process, tools, people, and systems, either change the process, change the system, change the people, or change the way you go about the game. So
maybe you should work for the Jets.
I have offered multiple times, even threatening that I would drop my fandom if Woody doesn't pick up the phone and call me. And I have not. Nobody has made that call yet. So if you happen to be listening to this on a Monday morning at 8:00 Eastern, and you're a Jets fan and you have a connection, you might even be a family member of someone who's in the Jets. Just know that you got a guy in Arizona who would like to help and can help on the leadership side of things. And I'm happy to do it.
There you have it.
All right. While you're saying your stuff, I will go get Slack going along, and I will get this week's chat for Slack in there.
Too late. It's already been done.
Nice work, dude. That is teammate. That's our teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Well, I can't take any credit. I just saw that Craig did it, and I'm like, yay.
Good job, Craig. Let's go. Craig, not only have you, did you, Craig, I hope you saw the part where we figured out why Brent's microphone is showing up.
No, we didn't figure out why. We just figured out that if I put my hand in front of it, it goes away.
For a period, too. I think even if you move your hand, it stays. So I think you should just keep your hand up there.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm just gonna be a hand talker and put it in front of the mic the whole time. I don't know. Maybe if I do a 3x5 card or something, or just I'm gonna have to spray paint my my microphone or something. I don't know. Anyways, I wonder if I put like a different colored thing on it.
That's absolutely hilarious. Look at that.
Now, why does that fix it? It's not like the color is that different. And
Well,
now people are going to be watching, going like, why does Brent have a dirty rag on his? I use this to wipe my whiteboard. It's my whiteboard scrubby, so it's got some whiteboard goo on it. I'll try to find a clean side or a semi-clean side. There, how about that? It's like a hanky.
I think it just I think it just was embarrassed and felt naked.
It must have. It needed some
Your
shirt.
microphone felt naked. The tech understood it. The tech empathized with the microphone. Decided to put a little bit of green screen coloring over it.
Oh,
now
there
that
it goes. It's coming back.
Yeah, that's it. There you go.
All right, let's just try that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and my edges are bad too, so it's a sign that I finally need to step up the office, pull all my crap out, get a blank wall, and have an actual physical background. But anyways, let's start the news. How about that?
I say we do it.
Good morning, L&D world. L&D, amazing L&D world, and all of our colleagues and friends. It's January 26, 2026. And if you haven't integrated an LLM into your morning coffee routine yet, are you even awake? Today's headlines are hotter than a laptop running a 4K video render of your laptop. Let's dive in.
I really do like the hilarious version of the news.
Me too.
Like, it just kind of makes me feel warm and fuzzy. It's just stupid little jokes that,
it tries.
And it tries.
Like, it's
precious. Isn't that special?
It's worth a giggle. Now we just need to get some cool for separating our blocks. We need some sound we need some sort of like a stinger right in between there. So
what's the purpose of the stinger?
Just to clarify that you're moving on to something else.
So, like when I do it in conversation with my family, I'm like, all right, that would be my stinger.
No, you'd have to be like, dun, dun, dun.
Okay. I'll see if I could go incorporate that.
Or ring a bell. Walk around with a bell and just go ding, ding.
I could be like that dude in Breaking Bad. I just ring the little bell.
Just ring a little bell. Every time you're moving on to something else, just ring a little bell. Or you need their attention. All right, first up, a bombshell report from Workera. Here's a company I've never heard of. It turns out 76% of Americans are planning to learn new AI skills this year. But here's the kicker. They aren't doing it for you. Over half of the workforce, 53%, is looking for a new role in 2026. L&D leaders, listen close. Your employees are using your Wi-Fi to upskill themselves right out of your front door because they feel you don't get their skills. It's like teaching your spouse how to use a dating app and then wondering why the house is empty. If you aren't mapping real skills data instead of just reading dusty resumes, you're not just losing the talent war, you're surrendering before the first prompt is even typed. Please don't do that, says your son.
Have you seen the movie Interstellar?
I saw bits and pieces of it. I didn't like it.
Awesome. Okay.
Everybody says it's awesome, but
it's an awesome movie. If
I'll
you
have to rewatch
completely immerse yourself, you've got to immerse yourself in there. But so if we were having a real conversation here, I guess we are having a real. So what is it that you don't like about it?
What's a what? Sorry.
What did you not like about it?
Oh, I don't know. I think I only just saw like something near the end or something, and I just didn't get it. I don't know. So I got to watch the whole thing.
Shocking. You watched the end of the movie and didn't get it.
I know.
So I forget what the names of the bots that are in there, but I think Jaws might be the name. Somebody will correct me. Thanks, Craig. But they could tone up or down humor. And they would, there are different scenes where they're like, hey, take that humor level down from a 10 to a 9. So we may need to put the scale rating on the humor of the news group and either tone it up or tone it down.
But I'll test that theory out. See if I can add that into the instructions of my agent, and dial that up. But anyways, so yeah, so I'm not exactly sure why that is our number one story of the day. Because it's from a bombshell report. So, of course, it's got to be the top. Workera. Has anybody looked into what that is? Have you ever heard of Workera?
I've never heard of Workera.
Well, apparently they've got a bombshell report that says 53% of your workforce is learning how to use AI because they want a new role, because you don't get their skills.
Get whose skills?
They're the employee. They're new AI skills that they're gaining. They're not, I'm guessing.
I mean, if everybody's working,
or maybe they don't get their instructional design skills or something, or they're not able to build the things that they want to build, and the company doesn't quote unquote get it. Air quotes for those of you just listening. It's been happening in our industry forever. I mean, it's just I don't know. That means 53% of our industry doesn't really understand their purpose for being in the job that they're in. That's my hot take.
Yeah.
They've
it makes me think of this whole "you don't get me." You know what I mean? Like, it's just like
they're not really that into you.
That's it. It's like, come on now. Like the yeah. Anyway, that's where my head goes.
Yeah, mine too. I think we at the end of each story we should have a rating. I'm gonna call that a loser.
Services.
Yeah, that was a lame story to have as breaking news. All right. Stop calling it automation. 2026 is officially the year of agentic AI. We're moving past bots that just spit out, "I'm sorry, I don't understand," and into systems that actually execute. We're talking about AI that reallocates media spend in real time and scores video interviews with objective criteria while you're at lunch. The trend here is simplification as a strategy, quote unquote. If your HR or tech stack still looks like a bowl of digital spaghetti, it's time to clean it up. The goal isn't to have 50 tools, it's to have one agent that actually does the boring stuff, so you can finally have a human conversation that doesn't involve resetting your password.
Maybe the theme song should be something like "Secret Agent Man." You know, I'm thinking some of the cool like secret agents that you have out there. Like, hey, I've got my secret.
They all got cool songs, cool themes that go with
cool songs, cool themes. Like, when the kids were younger, the big show was Phineas and Ferb, or one of the shows was Phineas and Ferb, and you had the platypus. They had a pet platypus, and the pet platypus was Agent P, and Agent P would go out on secret missions. So yeah, Secret Agent Man. Maybe that's going to be. That's going to be. I wonder if that's the evolution. Like, I've seen more and more people pick up the Mini Max and then set up their own systems,
the new Claude bot.
Yeah,
Claude bot.
I wonder if we're just going to have our own little version of it that is.
Well, that's where it starts, right? It'll be a little box that sits on your desk that'll be your new coworker. But then pretty soon it's going to be it'll be a little machine running around, sitting next to you and looking over your shoulder and, causing you trouble like a little 10-year-old. It's like, hey, let me work. No, let me help.
Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that?
Yeah, why? But why? Why? Hey, it's learning.
It is learning. That's
It's
the beauty
learning.
of it. Why do we lose track of the fact that we learn through asking questions?
We get it beat out of us in school.
We're going to school you.
Yeah. Don't ask that dumb question, Schlenker. See us after class. Okay. I don't like the script for today's show, and I almost feel like running my little agent intern again, but we'll do the last two stories and just see. And if they both suck, then I'm refreshing. Actually, I haven't even been changing my backgrounds like I should. There we go. That was for the last story.
What are you doing to the robot in the background?
Which robot?
The one in that one.
He's supposed to be
robot hands behind you. Like it looks like it's juggling money.
He is juggling. He's supposed to be the intern.
No, it's a happy robot. Like at first, before I saw the smile, I thought it was like a robot in struggle.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot more to it, but you don't make my image go wide enough to do it. So, you're not producing well, Mike. Jeez whiz. There you go. Look, and then it should say like world's greatest intern or something, but now my crappy mic is in the way. There.
At first, I thought the image was mirrored, but you've got it set up for mirrored.
Oh, is it backwards? Is it showing backwards on the screen?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yikes. My little rag isn't working anymore. You better put me back on the mini screen.
This is awesome. Yeah. So if this is the first time, if this is your first time joining,
we
actually do this. We do this every Monday through Thursday at 6 o'clock in the morning Arizona time, 8 o'clock in the morning Eastern time, 5 o'clock in the morning Pacific time. And as you can tell, Brent and I are having a little bit of fun going. Actually, we always have a lot of fun going back and forth with each other on different things. We are testing. We are working out loud. We've got a couple of different things that are going on. One of the big things that's happening in the middle of February is let's call it an AI hackathon. Some people are familiar with hackathons. I don't know that we.
Oh yeah, we could call it that. Yeah,
we'll call it an AI hackathon, where you bring your AI tool. We bring the question, the challenge, and you get to demonstrate how your tool does the work better than any other tool that is out there. And all the tools will be working at the same time. We will be working out loud, and
you bring up a good point in that you as in attendees should be playing along as well. You don't just have to, you could come and you could just watch our 3 or 4 quote unquote contestants on screen doing the challenge, or you could play along at home, and in the comments section, you could be sharing what you're doing. So there's all sorts of fun to be had. So it'll be I think, an awesome learning experience for sure. So, and this is all just, we're just learning. We're just working out loud, and we're kind of polishing things as we go. So if you're wondering why we're not so professional.
One of us is professional.
We will be.
There's somebody who's wearing a jacket. How dare you say that you are not professional?
It's cold in my office, and I don't even live on the East Coast. So it just gets chilly. All right, story number 3, the revenge of the instructional designer. This is our human and culture section. For everyone who thought AI would make instructional designers go the way of the VCR, think again. New industry shifts show that while AI can generate 1,000 slides in 10 seconds, most of them are, well, garbage. In 2026, ID is becoming essential academic infrastructure. Because it's so easy to make content now, the world is being flooded with junk learning. The new power skill? Universal design for learning and human-centered design. We don't need content creators anymore. We need learning architects who can ensure the AI doesn't accidentally hallucinate a new company policy that allows Pajama Fridays to become No Pants Fridays.
I can tell you this. I am super stoked because last week it was doom and gloom about how the end of design and the world was happening. And this week it's you're needed. So like, I don't know about this roller coaster. I don't know if I can handle the emotional swings of
The emotional
this movie.
stress, it's just killing me. If you can't tell. It's tugging at my heartstrings. I just don't know if I can take it. This particular story was in the Campus Technology e-learning industry 2026 ID Mastery magazine course or something. I don't know. But yeah, so Pajama Fridays to become No Pants Fridays. Well, I don't know. I think with everybody working from home, it's probably already been a No Pants Fridays for most people anyways. So, there's always that. Universal design for learning and human-centered design. We've been talking about that for a long time.
We have.
It must just be reaching academia because it's in a campus technology magazine or online story, paper, whatever. Okay, next story. that was lame too.
I'm taking a look at the chat.
We've got lame stories.
We got
today.
We got our BDR Sean is in the room too, going back and forth with some stuff. But I like this one from Craig. How about answering questions like answering with no? Thanks, Spike. It's the yes. Thank you, Craig. Appreciate your perspective and feedback here. I wonder, can I move these things around? Oh no, I can't. I was trying to move the
Oh, good Lord. Craig's in the death zone of Snowpocalypse 2026.
How are you dealing with the snow?
I'm having a horrible time. It's just terrible. Like it's at least 0 inches thick. And it seems like as soon as it fell, the sun came out and it was about 70 degrees and it melted it all. So we're struggling. We are struggling.
I don't understand.
Yeah, I was out pulling weeds yesterday, so that's a whole nother story.
I agree with you. The news sucks today. What's the
it just sucks. So okay, we have an industry story today. Let's cross our fingers and hope that the industry story is better than the first top 3 blocks of the news today. So this story is titled "The Factory Freakout." Finally, let's talk manufacturing. If you're still training factory workers with a 3-ring binder and a prayer, you're living in 1995. Big move in 2026. Digital twins and simulation-led operations. You know what I'm really disappointed in? There was a perfect opportunity to squeeze in a Bon Jovi lyric of some sort there, but
like we're halfway there.
The AI totally didn't see it, didn't put it in. I'm very disappointed in you, Gemini. You missed the opportunity missed. But anyways, we'll get better on the sound effects, and I'll find those songs. See, this is why human input is important. It's you and your AI. It's not just AI. Remember,
I think we may need a producer.
You are important. You're an important person. Yeah, Yeah. But then the producer would have to get up at like 3 a.m. like real news people and prep and all that kind of stuff. And who wants to do that? This is much more fun to just kind of randomly roll in, sit at the desk 5 minutes beforehand and run the agent. That's what the agent's supposed to do.
This is the beauty of time. We could have our producer located in a time zone further ahead of us.
Oh, yeah, we could do that too. Yeah. Well, interesting thoughts to be had.
Your time, my time, our time.
Manufacturers are using augmented intelligence to put people first by de-risking production changes. Imagine a worker failing a safety protocol in a VR simulation instead of, actually blowing up the assembly line. It turns out failing safely is the biggest ROI in the industry right now. Who knew not exploding was a competitive advantage? Yes, who knew? Who knew? I don't know. If this were to be a cue for me to go off on my VR interactive 3D simulation rant, this would be the perfect time to do it. But
I want to know what's on the cutting room floor. Like, how did it, and what was the logic you used to choose those top 3 over what was on the cutting room floor?
Now you're getting a little ahead of yourself. You're getting aggressive with the Gemini. Whoa, you're asking a lot of questions there, Mike.
My name's Mike. I ask a lot of questions. I'm not sitting with a rag over my my microphone arm.
Okay, so let me just Gemini does a little close at the end of the script as it's supposed to be the show ending. So let me at least wrap up that, and then we'll go into the script. That's the brief for today. Go out there, map some skills, and for the love of all that is holy, check your AI's No Pants Friday settings. I'm off to see if my robot dog can actually pass the bar exam.
Pass the bark exam?
That's funny, but no, it said bar exam.
I'm telling you, I'm built for this fucking machine stuff. There we go. F-bomb. 6:27 in the morning.
Yeah, Doc. So anyways, when we're done, I'm just gonna type into the prompt thing. You did horrible today. Do better next time. Okay, so what hit the cutting room floor? So we got 10 stories that hit the cutting room floor. Because I asked my agent to give me that just in case we ran into crappy stories. It chose unwisely, which it did today. Let's see. We've got AI coaching versus human. We've got the traitors, quote unquote, effect. Global skills mobility, the death of the course first mindset, compliance 2026, the gig majority, well-being as infrastructure, blockchain in compliance, healthcare zero trust, and the Uberization of L&D. And it gives a little explanation of why it hit the cutting room floor or what the deal is with it. So if any of those sounded interesting, I can explain further. The Uberization of L&D sounds interesting because we like to ization everything. Like we did the Netflixization of L&D for a while. There's a big trend there. We've done the Googleization of L&D for a long time. So it says a warning that L&D must adapt to on-demand models before external tech disruptors take over. Healthcare zero trust, the push for zero trust architectures to protect patient data in AI integrated hospitals. Blockchain in compliance, the rising complexity of tracking financial crime in decentralized environments. Well-being as infrastructure, moving away from Wellness Wednesdays to structural work design that prevents burnout. The gig majority, predictions that freelancers will become the workforce majority by 2027, requiring new L&D onboarding models.
You got to remove your rag off of the microphone because the machine has figured you out.
I just have to kind of stay off the screen and make the mic part of me.
You gotta be off because now it's just going to completely cut you. You're gonna be just this floating head.
It's only if the mic sits there by itself and it makes adjustments. So I have to keep moving. So, anyways, this was one of the concerns I had about doing a news show. For those people that are new,
which is what.
I've been kind of wanting to do one of these for a while, but our industry just doesn't have all that much news on a daily basis.
Hold on,
right? Like a lot of the stories that Yeah. Well, a lot of the stories that it picks are just reframed uh, stories that we've already discussed, but it must find it on somebody else's blog or a different industry magazine, and that particular magazine is highlighting it, and so it thinks it's important, those types of things. And so I think we're going to see a lot of repetition. I think just like we saw today. I think the reason why today's news was a little bit lackluster was because it was, in essence, old news,
Yeah.
rehashed, reworded, um, yeah, something has triggered it. You know what's interesting too? Remember, I told it to give me references. Well, I guess it did give me a reference for each one. The Work Era 2026 AI Workforce Preview via Middle Georgia CEO. I don't know. And maybe I'm just needing another cup of coffee. Is anybody else feeling this way? Is this like, because there's literally just nothing going on?
I think it's actually, and this is going to sound repetitive too, so I'm just going to follow the train of the news, which may just mean that all the robots are repetitive today. But yeah, if someone wants to get into L&D for the first time, they're like have this vision of what the future is going to be because they're just going to help the humans do better human things out there in the world, and they graduate and they come into the organization. If you had to give them kind of the top 5 things that they're gonna face over the course of the next 3 years of their career, what would those top 5 things be that they should be aware of? Top 5 problems that they're gonna be like, "Oh god, why does this happen? Like, why is this thing?" Do you have a top 5 list? Craig, Wendy, anybody have things that you'd put in that top 5 list of things a learning and development professional, an enablement professional is gonna face in their first 5 years?
I would say, so my first gut reaction is, since we're in the middle of a transition right now to this whole AI agentic world, um, it's a difficult time because what they're reading online and the stories they're reading online and all of the AI hype and everybody trying to get clicks and likes
Yep.
and to become important and all that kind of stuff. And then they're going to get a job, and that company is still utilizing their LMS. They're still asking you to create courses. They're still asking you to design instructor led training. Can you polish up these PowerPoint slides? The world, by the way, for everyone, if this is a news flash, because it seems like everybody's on AI, I'm just going to take a shot in the dark and guess that 80, 90% of the actual real businesses out there still doing businessy work, selling things, building things, making things, doing things, they're all still thinking about AI, but they're still functioning in the way they've functioned for the last 20 years. There's still courses to be built. There's still courses to be updated. There's still PowerPoint slides to be created. There's still instructors that need to be standing in front of a room of people and instructing them. There's still coaching that needs to be done one-on-one. There's still courses, e-learning, self-paced compliance courses that need to be created, updated, changed, whatever. That work is still going on. So to anybody that's new to the industry out there that was super excited about getting to be an AI builder, creator, blah, blah, blah in L&D, consider yourself lucky if you actually did get hired into a job that allowed you to just play with AI all day, using it to build learning solutions.
Wendy added learning ecosystem, technology, AI, and where they sit in the business and their strategy. So it's some of the things that just kind of to help them kind of frame those things above and beyond what Brent shared there. And then actually, let me just pause it. Brent, any comments on what Wendy shared there?
Yeah, let me the learning ecosystem, technology, AI, and where they sit in the business and their strategy. Yeah, that pretty much wraps it up pretty good. Yeah. I mean, of course, I make it sound really pessimistic. Thank you, Wendy, for spinning it up positively for us there a little bit. But yeah, she's spot on. Yeah, I don't think that'll ever change. Understanding the business, I think, is the number one thing, and that's when you will very quickly learn that there are things that can be built and things that you can do with your skill set to help solve the business problems other than get to build something in AI or get to build a course or whatever. You're going to immediately see that there's things that need to be done or can be done that training can't solve. But you still have the ability to do them. You may end up helping to write SOPs. Maybe there's nobody that's a good writer, but you got into instructional design and training because you enjoy writing. I know there's a boatload of you out there that are really good writers. You like writing, and you found that the training world needs good writers, and so that's why you got into it. And so maybe you're going to notice a lack of documentations. The things have not been documented, and that's a place where you can add value. So if you understand the business, in my mind, the best thing you can do is just figure out where do they measure value? What do they find is important? And how can you help create the things instead of going, you know what, I can't build my training because there's no SOPs written. So I don't even know. It's going to take me weeks because I'm going to have to go and interview all of these content experts and everything and actually do assessment. I don't do that. I'm an e-learning developer. I'm a storyline creator, and I don't do that other stuff. Instead of that, being that guy, be the guy that says, oh shit, we're nowhere near creating training good courses yet or anything. There's a whole bunch of other work that has to be done first. Let me do that.
Wendy tried to get us positive. Brent went to don't be that guy, and sound effects. Craig has added in a couple of different things here about the fighting for funding and where to focus attention. I think the piece that I would add is there are certain problems that continue to persist in this space, and in just about any role. You're going to have those things. You're going to have challenges that continue to persist inside the organization for a period of time. Share those. Say out loud, these are the problems, and this is going to sit out there. And at some point in time, you're going to come across one of these problems. And when it comes up, ask yourself this question: do I need to solve it right now, given that it's been sitting out there forever? Or do I need to solve the next thing that's in front of me relative to me being able to do my job and provide value back to the business? And that might help you stay focused on taking care of the things that you're getting paid to do right now. Hey, Paul. The other thing that I would add in there is that on this business acumen piece, for any new person that comes into the organization, I'd like them to understand within the first 2 weeks of them being in the business, and actually kind of see it even in the hiring process. But let's just say within the first 2 weeks of the business, how we make money, who we serve, why those customers continue to stay with us. Those 3 things: how we make money, who we serve, why those customers continue to stay in the business. And if you happen to not be directly connected to one of those customers, meaning you're not in the field, you're not field facing, you're not touching external customers,
Yeah.
then the follow up is for the people that I do serve inside the organization, who do we serve? What are the problems that they're trying to solve? Like why did they continue to come back and start working with us? If we understand that both from an internal and external customer perspective, then you can really get yourself into a mode where you start to focus on the things that are important, which is it takes the whole struggle of, hey, what is this big weird thing called business acumen? And why is it so hard to understand and build, to some basic stuff around people just have stuff that they need to do and they'd like to be able to do it faster. And unfortunately, management gets in the way. Problems get in the way. And Brent, I go to your quote about training is an event, learning is a process. Technology is there to enable both of those, and performance is the objective. Did I do that fairly close?
It's cool. You nailed it. You crushed it. What are those 3 items again, just in case somebody was writing them down and they missed it?
Yeah, for the first one, right out of the gate, I want to understand how we make money. Because if we don't make money as a business, it's really hard to pay you. How do we make money?
How do we make money? Got it.
Second
What's
one.
number 2?
Second one I want to understand is, who do we serve? Like, who are the customers out there that we serve? What's the specific thing that we know about them? What's unique? What's different? Who are they? Where do they operate? You can get into a lot of detail, but who do we serve? And then the third one, why do customers continue to stay with us? Why do they stay? If I know those 3 things from an external customer perspective, it becomes decision making becomes a bit more simpler.
Well, you're getting some clarity around the value that your business is providing, and why people like it. It's all good. Paul Buffler, gosh darn it, so good to see you, my friend. It's been too long. Thanks for joining us or hanging out. For those folks who are new, maybe we're just showing up in your LinkedIn stream for the first time. Mike and I jump in here every morning, 5 a.m. Pacific time. Is that what it is? 8 o'clock Eastern time?
That's correct. Monday through Thursday. Not every
Monday through Thursday. We take Fridays off. But yeah, Monday through Thursday. And what we're trying to do, besides Brent being such a pessimist this morning, is helping everybody. Hey, listen, just relax, hang out with us for 45 minutes, an hour, whatever. And, we're going to try to just lighten the load on you, because all this AI stuff is either has you energized or scared shitless. So for those of you that are energized, we will continue to help show you all of the cool things that are out there and get excited about it. And for those of you that are scared and worried, hey, hopefully we can help you understand that, there are ways for all of us to kind of get through this massive transition together. And it sure as heck is more fun to do it together than it is freaking out individually. So if we can help you guys do that, that would be great. That's our goal.
Brent, where can people find you?
On LinkedIn. That's the best place in the world. So yeah, just follow me there. DM me if you have any questions, or you want to know more about what we're doing here or what in general. We do have a Slack channel. If you're interested in hanging out with us on a regular basis, reach out to us, and we'll get to know you and then invite you into the Slack channel. What else do we have going on?
I think that's it. I mean, just middle of February, we're going to do right now we'll call it a hackathon. We'll come up with a better, more fun, exciting name for it. But what we're going to do is we're going to have you bring your AI, we bring the challenge, and then publicly we're going to have AI battle to the death.
What do they call it? The octagon.
Yeah, like celebrity death match.
Yes, it'll be
We'll have, we'll start with "Let's get it on," and and see the AI tools compete with each other to achieve an objective and see how they work their way through. Craig is doing good work, putting links in here. I'm telling you, I'm pretty certain we've got a producer that could be a couple of hours in front of us. We may need to have a conversation around something like that. That's what we got going on. You can find your catalyst, find mycatalyst.com. Hit us up via LinkedIn. If you know somebody who find this valuable, share it with them, spread the word. The interaction becomes much more interesting when, as Brent said, we do it together and others are moving on in the background. Today we had a little bit of fun making fun of our AI producer who came up with some really crap news and made some poor decisions around what to put on the cutting room floor. So the beatings will continue until morale improves with that AI bot.
I'm going to work on the AI bot a little bit today.
All right, Brett, what do you say? We do this again tomorrow?
Yep, we will. We'll see.
Same bad time, same bad channel.
Indeed.
All right, see everybody. We'll see everybody tomorrow morning at 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock Eastern, and whatever the math works out for you in your time zone. Thanks, everyone.